Good morning, children. Welcome to the English class. Today we are going to revise the poem Abu Ben Adam. Ma'am has already done it with you, and you know what this poem is about. But first, I will do a quick recap of the poem, and then we are going to do some exercises which are given in this lesson. Now, the poet of this poem, Abu Ben Adam, is Leigh Hunt. Usually they tell you about the poet in the box, but in this poem on page number 34, they have an exercise, an activity where you have to read about the poet James Leigh Hunt and complete the following table. That means you have to find out from net or from books, and then you are going to know about this poet, and you will know who he was and what are the important events in his life. So first you all will go to page 34, complete the table which is given on the life of the poet James Leigh Hunt, and then we are going to discuss it in our next class. Now we come to the poem. Abu Ben Adam is a poem which has a message for all of us, and it is a very popular all-time favorite poem by Leigh Hunt. Abu Ben Adam, may his tribe increase, awoke one night from a deep dream of peace. The poet says that may there be more people, may people like Abu Ben Adam be more in this world, may their numbers increase. Abu Ben Adam awoke one night from a deep dream of peace. He was sleeping peacefully and dreaming, but then he awoke one night and saw within the moonlight in his room. Now the moonlight was entering his room from the window, so his room was quite bright in the moonlight, and he saw within this moonlight, which was making the room very rich and bright, an angel who looked like a lily in bloom. So the angel was very peaceful, very serene, and the poet has compared him, the angel, to a lily in bloom. And this angel was writing something in a book of gold. He was writing something in a book which was of golden color. Exceeding peace had made Ben Adam bold. Ben Adam was very peaceful. Exceeding means growing beyond limit. And so he was very bold and brave. And when he saw this angel, here the word presence has been used for the angel. When he saw the angel in the room, he asked the angel, "What writest thou? What are you writing?" The vision raised its head. The vision was busy writing something in the golden notebook. But then, when the vision, the presence, angel, all are used for the angel, saw that someone was asking him something, heard him ask a question, the vision or the angel raised his head. And with a look made of all sweet accord, he had a look of sweet agreement. That means he would answer the question. He answered the names of those who love the Lord. So he told Abu Ben Adam that he was writing the names of people who loved God. Now, when he heard this, when Ben Adam heard that the angel was writing the names of people who loved God, he asked the angel, And is mine one? He was curious to know whether his name was in this list or not, and asked the angel very boldly, is my name in this list? Now, what did the angel reply? Nay, not so. So the angel said, he replied in the negative. He said, no, your name is not there. Abu spoke more low. Now, when he heard the angel saying that his name was not there in the list, he spoke very politely at a low volume, and still he was very cheery. That means he was still very cheerful. He did not lose hope. And he said, I pray thee then, write me as one who loves his fellow men. So he requested the angel to write his name in the list of people who love their fellow men. He did not lose hope, he was still cheerful, and he was still bold, and so he asked the angel to write his name in the list of people who love their fellow men or who love all the human beings around them. The angel wrote and vanished. So the angel wrote his name and disappeared. Vanished means disappeared. The next night it came again with a great awakening light. It wrote the name in the list and vanished, and the next night the angel appeared again with a great awakening light. And as soon as the angel appeared, there was a bright light in the room which woke up Abu ben Adam. And then what did the angel do? The angel showed the names of people whom love of God had blessed. So the angel showed the names of people who had been blessed by God. And lo here is just LO. It is not LOW, high and low, it's not that. LO is used for calling attention to a surprising thing. When you want to attract someone's attention to a very surprising thing, you use this word lo. And lo, Ben Adam's name led all the rest. So the poet says, he wants us to pay attention to this. He wants us to attract our attention to this. He says that in this list, Ben Adam's name was on the top. His name led all the rest. Now, what do you think is the message of this poem? The poem has a very, very important message for us. It is not enough to worship God. It is not enough to love God. In the eyes of God, a person who loves his or her fellow beings, all the people around him or her, is greater in the eyes of God. And so we must love our fellow beings. We must love humanity. We must love everyone around us. And then God is going to bless us and love us more than a person who just goes to temples or church and worships God. Wasn't it a very nice poem with an important message for us? Most of us just worship God, go and donate money in the temples, go and do puja in a puja room, and don't care for a person outside on the road who is hungry, who needs money for food, or a person who is sick who needs money for medicine. So God wants us to love humanity, to love people around us, and then we will be loved by God, blessed by God, more than those people who just worship Him. Now, please turn to page 32. We are going to do exercise A1, which is very easy one. Choose the correct answer. Abu ben Adam was a messenger of God, B, a religious person, C, a wealthy man. Was he a messenger of God? Abu? No. Who was a messenger of God? The messenger of God was the angel. Now, was he a wealthy man? No. He was not a wealthy man, but he was satisfied with what he had, and so he was peaceful and cheerful. So, the correct answer is he was a religious man in the true sense of the word. Most of us don't understand the true meaning of religious, but he was a truly religious man. So the second option is right, a religious person. Now, second one, he was visited by an angel, God, a friend. Who visited Abu? And angel. And the other words used for the angel are the presence, the vision. All these are for the angel who was a messenger of God. Now, third one, Ben Adam saw the visitor. What did Ben Adam see the visitor doing? Looking at him. B, writing in a book. C, holding lilies. What was the visitor doing? Right. The visitor was writing in a book, and he was writing something in a golden book. Fourth one, which is true. Now there are three sentences in the fourth one. One is true, the others are not true. A. Ben Adam was too timid to speak to the visitor. Timid is the opposite of brave. No, he was brave and bold, so this one is not true. B. Ben Adam was initially hesitant, but he finally spoke to the visitor. Hesitant means when you hesitate or you think, should I go and talk to him? Should I not talk to him? You are a little maybe scared to speak, or you can't make up your mind. No, he was not hesitant at all. When he saw the angel writing something, he went boldly to him. Now, the third one. Ben Adam spoke to the visitor fearlessly. And if you have read the poem with me attentively, you know the third one is the right. Ben Adam spoke to the visitor fearlessly. He did not hesitate, he did not feel scared. He just went fearlessly, bravely, boldly to the visitor. Visitor again is used for the angel and spoke to him. A2, based on your reading of the poem, complete the following paragraph. Now there's a short summary of the poem which is there in this paragraph with blanks, and you have to fill it in your own words. Abu ben Adam was curious to know. Curious means when you are very eager, when you really want to know something. What was he curious to know? He was curious to know if his name was included in the list of people who loved God. He was curious to know if his name was there. The visitor replied that. What did the visitor reply when he curiously asked him? That his name was not there in the list. Now, Ben Adam requested the angel to. What did he request the angel to do? He requested the angel to write his name in the list of people who love their fellow beings. When the latter visited him, latter means the angel, when he visited him again, it showed dash. It showed the names of people whom the love of God had blessed, or whom God had blessed. And when Adam found, and when he showed the list of people the love of God had blessed, what did he find? He found that his name was on top of the list. His name was first in the list. It led all the other names. We are going to do sounds and pronunciation as homework today if we have not already done it. Write two words from the poem that rhyme with the given word, then two words of your own to the list. So the words are there. I hope you remember what are rhyming words. Rhyming words have the same ending sound, like you have cat, mat, sat. Now what you have to do is you have to write first two words from the poem which rhyme with the given word, and then two more words from outside. Let me do the first one for you, and then you are going to do the others on your own. Fight is the word. Do we have any rhyming words in the poem which rhyme with fight? Yes. Night and light. And then you have to write two more. What will you write from outside? Two more. Fight is there, night is there, light is there. Okay, slight, fine. Slight, I'll give it to you. Then might, fine. You could write any other words as well from outside. Now the second one, that is B2 also, you are going to do on your own as homework. In each word cloud, circle the words that contain the given sounds. The words which have the sound like we have in increase. The phonetic sound is also given between two lines, that is the phonetic sound. Now you have to see increase, E-A, increase. The spelling could be different, but the sound has to be same. Now which words in the first cloud have this sound? Let us do the first one. Break, no. Peak, yes. Sleek, yes again. Peacock, yes. Peacock. Free, yes. Encourage, no. Leap, E sound is there, yes. Reader, again E sound is there, yes. East, yes. Bread, no. It has the air sound. Speed, yes. And pretend, no. So how many words you have to circle which have the same sound? Peak, sleek, peacock, free, leap, reader, east and speed. So 8 words in all. Now please do the remaining two, that is room and the sound which is in the room, oo sound, and men, air sound. When you do it, we'll discuss it in the next class. Now come to appreciation, which is based on the poem. Which phrases in the poem best describe Ben Adams' room? First one. Moonlight in his room. Second one. State of mind or attitude. That means how he was feeling. Deep dream of peace, that means he was peaceful. Exceeding peace, again it shows that he was a very peaceful man. And cheerily still, which means he was always cheerful. So exceeding peace, deep dream of peace, and cheerily still. Now the second one is on similes. We have done it before. You have to find some words from the poem which have as or like, and which compare one thing to another. Find a simile in the poem and explain its meaning. A simile is a comparison. For example, he ran swiftly like the wind. This means that the speed of this person is compared to that the speed of the wind. Now, which one is a simile? Think about it. There's only one simile. Very good. Like a lily in bloom. This I think most of you will be able to write. But what does it mean? Do you remember what is the meaning? Yes, the poet has compared the angels' serene means peaceful, beautiful appearance to that of a full bloomed lily, to that of a lily in bloom. So you have to find the simile which is like a lily in bloom. And what has he compared? He has compared the angels, serene, that means peaceful, beautiful appearance to that of a full bloomed lily. Now the next one are alliteration. Alliteration means the same sound is repeated in a line. Find two examples of alliteration in the poem. An alliteration is the repetition of a sound in a line. For example, from dusk to dawn, the sound D has been repeated. Now you have to find the lines where the same sound is repeated. At least two words in that line should have the same sound. And as I told you before, alliteration can be seen best in tongue twisters. Now, the first one here, which has alliteration, is a deep dream of peace. A deep dream of peace, the sound is repeated. Like a lily in bloom, again, la sound is repeated. These are two very easy ones. If you find any other, there may be more, you can write those also down. Now, this appreciation part and A1 and A2 and appreciation you have to write in your notebooks, and you have to do B and B1 and B2 in your course book. I'll give you the homework later today. Please do A1, A2 and appreciation, that is C, in your classwork notebooks. B1 and B2, that is sounds and pronunciation, you have to do in the textbook. And then what I told you earlier, there is the activity D1. Read about the poet James Lehan and complete the following information table about his life. You may refer to a printed or online encyclopedia. That means the book or a website, and you have to fill it in. Please do this also in the book, and then we may compare what you have written in the next class. That is all for today, children. Thank you. Till we meet for the next class.